Hello, this is Vishal Singh, All India Rank 11 for Forest Services this year. This is a video to help you clear prelims and go for a strategy in these 3 months. For prelims, for my first own a little history, I cleared prelims 4 out of 6 times in civil services, and this time, if I include it for forest services, I cleared it once. So yes, I think I did get a knack of how to clear prelims. So I will be sharing my strategy and what things I did. In this, there is one disclaimer that I did not clear the prelims in my first attempt. So I'm not sure if what I'm going to say will be suitable for people who are attempting first time. But still, I'll be able to guide you as much as I can. So I'll be able to tell you what I did. So for me, clearing prelims meant first revising my statics well, having a strong base in my statics. Static means your polity, geography, economics, environment. So these things should be clear with you. History, you should know what all is there. The static portion does not change, and UPSC does ask around 50 to 60% static. So get that clear. And for that, I felt 2 revisions is enough for any subject, and max 3. But again, at least 2 to 3 subjects of static you should have really strong. You should be really strong with it. Let it be, for example, for me it was geography and economics and environment too. So geography and economics and environment were really strong, and one reading was sufficient. And for second reading I would read only certain parts. In fact, geography and economics I would not even read. I read it only once, and that was enough for me because I just understood those subjects. And I felt prelims really, they don't check certain technicalities of geography economics which you need to revise. If you have understood the concept, it's done. For geography economics, it's done. For environment, there will be some factual questions, obviously, and those you need to revise again and again. So, and history and polity, not more than 2-3 revisions. Again, the reason being because first of all, it's time consuming. Second, I felt the utility started decreasing with more revisions, because the mistake that I make would be because probably I haven't read it well over a long period of time. So in a short period of time, 2 readings are sufficient, and your efficiency will not be more even if you read it 4 times. You will still commit those mistakes which you normally commit. So it's better save your time and read slowly. Better it is if you give 2 readings, give them really slow. Try to absorb it as much as you can. Next part is current affairs. Current affairs, again, I used to give 1 reading of most, except 2. Science and tech and environment. These I would give 2 reading, because again these require a lot of factual information, and almost every single point is worth mugging up, and it's tough. It's really tough. It does not get into your brain that easily. Any source will work out. You need not have a fixed rated source for these current affairs, but whatever source you choose, just revise it well. Next is what worked for me was that I felt I had certain lacking in the attempts that I could not clear, the 2 attempts. And for this I heard from someone about Aspire, so I'm going to tell what I gained from Aspire for my prelims. For me, the major strengths were history and polity crash course and the crash course of India book. These things I did not find anywhere else. And of course, the course of mapping. The mapping course was something I did not find any comparison. All these 4 that I said, history, polity, mapping and India book, these crash courses are merely 5 days or 7 days each, and I did not find any comparison. And the knowledge that I earned, it still helps. It's still with me. And the lacuna was in me that I find it difficult to mug things up. I'm not able to mug up. If you tell me to mug up national highways, etc., I'll not be able to do it. So these courses filled that lacuna, and by repeated revisions and focus on every single detail, I was able to learn a lot of things. The national parks, the animals, what's their status. I was able to get all these things. The rivers of India. It might look very childish, but yes, every question counts. So you have to understand. Do not, think or see any topic of UPSC as inferior, and do not be overconfident. And regarding mocks, I again feel for prelims, 10-12 mocks is enough, which would include 4 full-fledged papers and 2 papers of sectionals that you can choose as per your strength. So 8 papers will be section papers, 4 you can get full-fledged, and that is enough. More than 12, I personally did not find it worthwhile, and as they say in economics, diminishing marginal utility. So I think that really works for this. So more than 12 not required, less than 12 is danger. But again, if you are in a later attempts, 4th or 5th, you might be too expert that you need not give even 10 papers. I have given attempts where I gave barely 1 paper and it worked out because I was not a fresher there. Already I've been studying for 4 or 5 years, so yaar itna पढ़ रहे हो तो हो जाता है. So have trust in yourself, have faith, and of course, God is there always, luck is always there. Be bold, take risks. Another one, definitely take risks. When you feel you have eliminated 2 choices, in the remaining 2 choices, based on how many questions you have attempted, you should go for a risk. If they are less than 60 or 70, you will have to take a risk. You see what the cutoff goes. It's definitely above 100 all the time. So your attempts definitely should cross 75, 80. You should try as much as possible. Of course, if you're an accurate person, then you can go for even lesser. But that's a dangerous approach, and this would be barely 2 or 3% of the people. Most people are not accurate. Humans are not accurate. So still trust yourself. Make a margin of errors, and best of luck. Just be cool.